Looks like we got people here. Let's do this. How's everyone doing tonight? Waiting for some peeps to come here. Let's see here. How's everyone doing tonight? Doing good? Ooh, I got the president here. This is exciting. Let's get rid of all these things. Let's start with, let's go weekly. See what we can see here. I want to see what's going on here. Oh my god, it's clear as day. Oh, that's nuts. Oh, wow. It's so clear. It's like a perfect Elliott wave. Alright, let's do this. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. This is amazing, actually. I can't believe I didn't catch this before. It literally looks perfect. Yeah, a 23% retracement, 261 extension. Oh my god. Yeah, we could get to Redfin. I don't have an agenda tonight. I'm perfectly cool doing a lot of requests tonight. So let's yeah, I can almost see every wave. That's crazy. So you got dot 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 da. Do green for go, red for that with the blue overall wave. So I mean, we haven't really even. I mean, we don't have to have intro. I mean, these could be the intro waves here. I'm not positive. It's hard to see on the weekly. We'll have to go in a little deeper, but let's. So you have an overextension on the 2 to 3. So odds are. I mean, 1209 to 1209 could be it. I mean, it's already blown past the 618 and so I mean 942 maybe, but it's in that zone where you got to be a little worried. So this is this one right here. And you had a mega extension on wave 5. If you watch my Elliott wave series tonight, you know that wave 5 can be the biggest. When you get a super impulse wave, if wave 5 is actually part of a greater wave 1, wave 5 can actually be really big. But the thing is the greater the extension on the wave, the greater the retracement. So you can see on this one, you probably didn't have a large retracement on it. It's probably only like a 23. It was a 618. So it wasn't a bad one. I mean, this is typical in this zone for this type of retracement. So, you know, retrace just to the tip of here. And so it's okay for the wicks to come in, but the bodies cannot overlap. So that's my thing. I mean, you had a huge candle here. I'm wondering if this is actually something like this. I mean, I can see it, and without going too in depth, you could start another one of these right here, and this could be that into a final push. We'll see. Let's go into 4 hour and see if we can get this charted out. Maybe it's a little easier to see. I mean, it's tough. You almost got a small cycle in here because you got a 1, 2, 3 retrace, 1, 2, 3 retrace. I mean, this looks like I'm gonna say this is actually like this, possibly. But the problem with that is then wave 2 is a small, or wave 3 is the smallest, which it can't be. So then you're almost talking something like this. That's the tricky thing with waves, is you got definitely a 1, 2, 3 here, and then you got a 1, 2, 3 as well. But this is definitely not a 2 in here because it can't be below here, so that means to me this is 2, and we haven't done 3 to 5 yet. And that makes more sense to me. Thanos, you're getting an upgrade, buddy. What's up, Dougie? Yeah, we'll do DQ. We'll do Redfin. We'll do a lot of tickers tonight. So I could see this happening right here, because you're basically getting an overextension. So now what we'll probably get is a 5-wave correction, but I don't think Tesla's done yet. So probably something like that. You should see a flat correction here. We do have a breakaway gap here / maybe a exhaustion gap. So I could see this filling that gap 100%. That actually makes a lot of sense. That's not what I meant to put there. Meant to put a, what the hell, rectangle there. So for me, this is going to do something like this. Don't necessarily have to follow this, but so that's looking nice. I'm wondering if this is an impulse wave down. I mean, you can see a lot of these small waves in here too. That's the best part. Like, look at all these impulse waves. They're textbook. Well, this one's a little wonky. I'm gonna say this is actually like this. Yeah, that's that one right there. And then what you're gonna get here is a flat correction followed by a couple more impulses here. Let's see if we can figure this out here. Some of these, so if you're watching my lesson today, you'll notice that the smaller the dip, the faster the trend too. So if you're not getting big dips on these, this thing's just going to explode. And now this is the huge correction. So this is actually a double wave correction, which can happen. It's not as rare as people think it is. So, I mean, basically what you're doing is you're getting a double correction and then a fake breakout here. So then you think you're getting a an impulse wave out of here, but you're not. You are getting an impulse wave, but it's not a strong one. So because this first impulse isn't very big, this is actually a super tiny impulse wave, and then you start a new impulse wave down. So this is actually a ABCD impulse wave correction wave, and then this is the actual impulse wave, but we'll label it just for simplicity's sake. So you actually have an impulse wave down because of that. Because this is smaller and it doesn't overwhelm the previous. That's what's happening there. And then what you're having here is a final two-stage correction with an ABC. Or why did I do that? So you got another tiny microwave in here. So you're doing something like this. Got microwave up, and then you have an ABC down here. So that's what's going on here. And then you got your impulse wave up here. This is actually a flat into a steep, which isn't unheard of. It happens. So I'm thinking. So for me, like, I don't even know if this wave 2 is done. If it is done, then then this is the wave 2 right here. So that would have to be the wave 2 right there if this is done. Otherwise, this wave 2 is just getting started. In my opinion, this larger wave here. Whoops. There we go. I think this is actually let me see here. So this might actually be. Why does it do that? This might actually be a double wave. We'll just simplify it here. It doesn't matter really in the long run. Yeah, I got a price target around 1200. I think everything suits it. I feel very safe saying that. Oops. Yeah, we'll do LMT and all these tickers. So let's do some time fibs here and see if we can project when it's gonna get there. I think Tesla's got one more move in it. So if this wave 5 is here, then it would be a projection of this for the time on the ends. So we can do a trend based from here down to the tip. So that means it will get there potentially in this zone. So for me, this is actually, this could actually turn out like a larger correction. Yeah, that makes sense. I just want to finish labeling this just for fun. This can't. Yeah, that's slightly bigger than this one. I actually think this is actually more like this. No, that can't be right either. It's got to be here. So then, this one is more like this. You got your combo wave here. I want to know why this keeps resetting. Alright. Let's save this, get this, and then we'll start doing some ticket requests. What the? Alright, let's save this image. Tesla Super Cycle. And we'll tweet this out so you guys can have it. And gals. Tweeting on the air. Alright. Let's get back to charting. Alright. I'll throw this in the chat for everyone. Should be in my server. Alright. What are we doing now? Let's do some requests. Alright. Let's get these things done and start taking requests. I'm just going to start from the beginning when people were asking, so when I'll try to catch up as quick as possible. So just give me a second to catch up. And let me take a drink first. Alright, one of the first requests was Redfin. Ooh. Alright, so this is a classic zigzag right here. And what I'm seeing here is it looks like the start of a new cycle. So you got a correction here. Unless this is wave 2, this is really strong. So this definitely isn't wave 2 from here. It'd have to be, yeah, this is definitely the start of a new cycle. If this is an impulse wave, which it looks like, this could be crazy. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just gonna hand draw this and then we'll measure it out. Alright, let's do some fibs. So it looks like it bounced off the 618. So if it can't get over 84, I mean, it does have a microcycle in there that I can kind of see, but for me, the medium cycle, this is just starting. So a 618 would be here, and then right here, and then a 2618 would be up here potentially. So we'll do these fast. I'm not going to go super in depth on them, but it should give you a general idea on these. Anything over 84 on this, and it should go to 112. Should be pretty crazy. Alright, let's do some more measurements here. Okay. Yep. That looks good. Whoops. This should correct down to about the 382. Remember, this is only like a 40 to 50% probability. There's lots of other probabilities, so these are only half right half the time if you're looking at my probability scale. Which is why I like trying to project out where the wave 4 and 5 is. If the wave 3 isn't project out to where you have it, that means potentially the wave 5 doesn't go where you want it to go. There you go. By March, it should be at 150-ish. I'll throw these in my Discord chat if you want these charts. I'll throw them in my charts on my Discord. Alright, next request. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do Mara. I have had so many requests for this that... Oh, look, I already have it done. Congratulations. I'll throw it in my chat. Price target... Oh, we pinged that out. I forgot I already did it on live Friday because too many people... 31. Too many people asked me for it. It's definitely not done yet, I don't think. I don't need that. There we go. LMT, I think I have done. It's on my Twitter, so I'll just show it, but it's already on my Twitter. So the big thing you got to understand, we could try to do the Elliott waves on it, but it's in an impulse wave down, so the Elliott wave would be reversed. So we'll have to flip it to do it. So for me, this is kind of a weird impulse wave, but it is an impulse wave right here. So that's your impulse wave, and now it could reverse and go down 100%. So we'll see what happens there, but like I got it right literally at the bottom right here. I think it's the bottom. Like I got it right around 336, 337. So if it goes to 343, that's a $7 move I'm capturing. That's a healthy price target considering I got no premium. That's at least $3,500 I would make, at least 10 to 15% instantly on my leaps. So if not more. DQ might look a little crazy when I pull it up. Yep. I use DQ for one of my we'll tweet this out. One of my videos, so I already have DQ charted. So I'll throw the levels on here though so you can see where these price targets are. I had, like, when I talked about DQ at 45, when I first called it out, right here, I had talked about it possibly going to 100. This is one that's might be worth tweeting out, but we'll just throw it in the chat for now. If you're talking to me on Discord, there's a good chance I don't see it right now, by the way. Amazon. I'm just trying to catch up. Yeah, let's do some Amazon. Like, there's a good chance when I pull up these tickers that I already have them done. So, hey, look at that. Oh, I love it. I got Amazon. I got a bearish count on Amazon. I'm sorry. It's just, it's in an impulse down right now, I think. It's been correcting for too long. I would love it around 3,000. I think it's going to go up a little bit to about 3,200, 3,140, and then reject. But, I mean, the Fib circle, this is one that I did the Fib circles on, and something's going to happen. It's either going to break out here. Like, for me, this would be a perfect breakout. Like, you can see the impulse here too. You can see it right here. Like that's the impulse there. So this has been in a correction for a while because the impulse is done. I can see a new impulse starting here. If it doesn't start here, this is going to be one of the best shorts you've ever made because it's going to probably start an impulse down. And you guys have probably never seen me use these. This is something I'm going to start using more in the right situations. For me, the impulse up would look like this. So, if I forget that I have these pinged up here. I mean, trying to figure out price action for the future is extremely hard when it hasn't even completed the correction. So, trying to project that out is even harder. So, we'll tweet this out. And we'll see. Because in theory, if this is correct, this would be part of a super cycle. Let me look at the super cycle here. So this is this cycle right here. I imagine you have correction, and then that's the final one right there. So, wonder don't really need that. I'm not going to keep that on there. What I'm really curious about, all these need to be so much thinner. Take up so much space on the screen. Even with my big 4K, it's hard to see. That's not a chart. That's a chart. Alright. What was the next one? D-King. Getting a lot of requests for D-King. Let's see here. I do have a idea how I'm gonna give away the crypto. I don't want to give any hints though, just in case it happens. If it doesn't happen, then I'll figure something else out. But alright, so talk. I did this one by hand the other night. There's a gap there. So talk for me, this is like a super bullish. You kind of got your head and shoulders with the yellow lines, and then you got your wave counts with the green lines. But we'll see what happens with this. Price target around 21 to 21.50 on there. NeoZoom, IQ, AbbVie, a lot of tickers. Let's do D-King. I tweeted about Apple, so I don't have to do that one. I got some requests for D-King. I'll do that. And we'll go. Well, I want to do silver too, so AMD is in our newsletter, so that's good to go. Let's do silver. Let's do Jaeger McConnell. You win the prize. You mentioned Dogecoin first. So you win the $50 worth of cryptocurrency. Of all people. That's so fucking funny. Oh. So I'll hit you up on the Discord after, and we'll get you some Dogecoin. If you want to donate it after, that's up to you. You can do whatever you want with it. Keep it forever, because 5,000 Dogecoins could be worth $1 million in 10 years. All right. Let's do D-King. So D-King making an impulse wave up already. So you can see it already. You can see had a steep correction here, but then it had a flat correction, and then it had a full correction. So now, I hate to say it. I mean, it hasn't made its correction here yet for its alternating wave, unless, I mean, unless you count this as the correction. It should go down to here, if not down to here. So it should correct down to 35 first, if it's following Elliott wave principle. So, yeah, I mean, let's see how far it's corrected down so far. DQ Staku energy. You silly goose. And, you know, honestly, the chart, I've been bearish on this for, I've thrown out a couple of bullish charts just because people want them, but, I mean, even the subset says this is going down again. That candle is really good, so there is something to be said for that, but this should complete a should at least come down there. Now, if it gets over 52 and holds it tomorrow, then the movement would be invalidated so because it can't really come below here. If this is wave A, that means wave D can't cross over it. So we'll see what happens. They're not like hardcore rules. They're more like guidelines anyways. So all right. So for me, I would like to for me to go long on D-King, and I do love D-King as a long-term. Like you could buy a leap now because we're not sure if we're gonna get a correction. Like this could have been the correction here. It is a steep correction, but typically on a super cycle like this, where then you have a corrective cycle like this, you would like to see a one-to-one correction with A to A and C equaling out. Now, going from 52 to 35, we'll see, but I'm not going to rule it out. So for me, there's nothing beautiful about this chart right now that screams to me that I should buy it. This is the daily, though, so let's look a little closer. I mean, you could be getting a wave 3 right here, potentially. Like, if this is wave 1 to 2, this could be wave 3 up here, wave 4 and 5. But either way, you're probably then getting a flat correction. So this could be a contracting flat, and this could end up making a giant triangle. So we'll see what happens. Snow, you're not gonna like. I got snow going down to between 240 and 225. So snow for me is just beginning a wave 5 impulse wave down, or a wave E. These impulses are strong. Like, these are not a weak impulse. So for me, Yeah, it overlapped here, so that could be a red flag, but this is a very strong impulse, and this is a very strong impulse too. So this could be an ABC, and then this could be starting a new impulse up. What is going to matter in the next few days is if it can get over 312. If it gets over 312, then it's starting a wave 3 here. If it doesn't, then it's starting a wave 3 down. So we'll see. I think I have XL done. Yeah, so XL, I tweeted this out, so if you want to go on my Twitter and check it out, I think XL is just starting basically a super cycle. I've heard very good things about it, and so I bought leaps on it because I think this is the bottom right here. I think this thing is going, like, Citron's got a target of 60, and that matches the supercycle Elliott wave, so I see why they said that. Oh, thank you for AbbVie. Looks like AbbVie is in a kind of a flat corrective wave. It's not necessarily an impulse. I don't like the corrective waves are some of the hardest to chart. Doing impulse waves are so much easier, in my opinion. So, if this is an impulse wave, it would look like this. It's a harder one to see. So for me, it's not something that screams buy at me. But if it is, you're probably looking at something like that, because you got a sharp to a flat with an ABC, and then this is starting up, and then basically what you're looking at here is potentially another move like this would be ideal. So this wave 5 is going to be small. So maybe you got a price target on AbbVie around 117 next year, or in the short term. Yeah, I know Snow had a lot of bullish sweeps on Friday. I totally get that. And betting against my bot is stupid. So I'm not saying Snow can't go up. I mean, Snow can totally go up. I'm just going off of fundamentals and things like that. And like rationale says it's going down based on fundamentals, but the power of the masses and the power of stupidity and numbers will probably mean it goes up. So we'll see. Yeah, I got Nvidia charted, so I'll just throw that up here real quick, and then we're gonna do silver. Let's do SPY. Let's do the Baidu. I like those. Nvidia, I got a price target around like 820, I think. So a high price target of 900, low price target of 750. So 750 to 900. I know that's a big one, but when you're projecting a wave 5, you need to use a cluster zone. So for me, this is a cluster zone right here. And I feel very comfortable with that because you have a sharp to a flat. This screams textbook Elliott wave theory all day. So I have no problem saying this is going to do a wave 5 here. Even though I have it, I don't know why I have it labeled A, B, C, D, E. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll share this chart. People should have this chart. This is a good chart. So I think it will end between the 382 and the 168 extension from here to here. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's do Neo, let's do Silver, let's do Baidu, and let's do SPY and QQQ. So let's do Neo and Baidu first. The China stocks. China. Fuck, it does look like it's going up. Ugh. I mean, on a super cycle, I see this. This is what I'm seeing. Potentially. If you're bullish on it, this could be the move. I would like this to flat correct one more time, and that would make me feel better about it. But it's over. Is it all-time highs right now? I can see the wave it's on right now. So you got a wave right here. So you're probably gonna get something like that, and then you might get a larger correction. We'll see. This is not a very strong impulse wave, in my opinion, as much as the old ones were. And this could just be a small. This could be leg 1, and then correction leg 2, and we could be starting. Like, this could just be leg 1 of 5 here, which would be a very weak 5, which means this would not extend this high. That means this is probably more like, well, that's like, oh wow, that's 250. That's crazy. Yeah, 90 would make way more sense. I don't know how I got that. I think it's probably because I have log on. Oh my god, thank you. Alright, that makes more sense now. Alright, so if you're bullish on this, then you're looking at a price target, you know, somewhere between 84 and 100 by the end of the year. So we'll see though. I mean, if it does go full crazy, that's what it'll do. Alright, let's keep going. So we said that we're going to do Baidu. What is this algorithmic trading center? Holy cow. I appreciate ya. Am I getting that big where I'm getting trolls now? Like people. I got LMD. LMT is on my Twitter, so go check it out. I think I've had Baidu charted for the longest time, but I think it's under. Hold on, it's under my other. I think it's under here. Oh, there's. Hey, look at that. Oh, there's a chart for you. Ah, you like that? Wave probabilities? Go watch my YouTube if you want those. Ah, here we go. So I had predicted this down here, and it looks like I was a little wrong on these waves. That means this wave actually started right here, maybe? Holy cow. Or this is still wave 2. Actually, let's start this over. Let's just get rid of everything. I mean, this flat wave, this is a corrective wave. Is this the start of it? No. Like this right here would make sense right here because it's a breakout and then to rejection and then you're. I'm wondering, is this it? Right here, and that's it. And then you got your ABC right here. I mean, this is kind of a reach. I don't love this. This one's a hard one. I want to know why the default's 3 when I keep changing it. It drives me nuts. So this is a breakaway gap. So that means we're about to go real nuts. Like this thing could easily go to 3,400 in my opinion, because this is probably wave 1 and this is starting wave 2 now. That looks pretty good of a super cycle. Because you're probably maybe getting something like this. Yeah, I mean, it's funny to think that, like, it's not even like a stretch on Baidu either. If you go to like the weekly, like you could see this cycle here. This is a 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 3 down. So starting it back up makes sense. Look at those candles. That is crazy. I think people, and the volume on it is all-time high. Oh, I guess the all-time high volumes are back here, but super volume, super strong movement. Yeah, we'll see. What are these extensions at? Yeah, 400. I could see 400 this year. Get some Baidu Leaps. I got Baidu. I had Baidu Leaps. I bought Baidu Leaps at 120, like down here, and I sold them right here, at 200. And those would have been, I probably would have had another 40 grand because I had 10 of them. Sucks sometimes. I wanted to get into something else. I didn't do enough research on it. Now I'm really going to regret that. I might have to get back in. We'll see. Now I'm feeling like I'm in chase, but alright, cool. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to chart Helion. I fucking hate that company. Like, Helion is right there with Nikola with me. Like, all these scam oh my goodness, it makes... Hallelujah. This is what a pump and dump looks like. I knew it. I've been saying it since 50. I haven't looked at it since then. Yeah, Baidu calls are crazy. That's why I only bought a couple of them. A 5-minute. I'm not, like... Bruh, like... This is straight trash. Like, unless this thing gets over 19, you never want to touch this. It's just in correction after correction after correction. So, yeah, don't touch this thing. This is trash. You guys love your tickers. Some of these tickers I can't do. I'm sorry. Because they're in some of the newsletters, so I will do Sundial. I do actually. My brother loves this fucking stock, so I'm gonna do Sundial. Corsair is on my on my Twitter, so go check out my Twitter. I'm not gonna do it again. I already did it. So, let's see. I mean, you got remember, you don't always have to use Elliott Wave. I know I use it a lot. It's because I like it and it works for me, but you don't always have to use it. So, like here. You can do real simple. You can just go like, alright, I got myself a nice little bull flag forming. This could be wave 3, theoretically. So this would be your corrective wave 3. And if this pops, you're going to get a wave 5. Or this could be wave 4 right here. Because this could be wave 1. or wave 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and or this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you could see there from there. So you got 1, 2, 3 ABC right here, and so if this move right here, you could actually get in this from like 0.68 and play it to about 0.7, which doesn't sound like much, but on a penny stock, that's good profits because you could just play shares on that. And if that breaks out, then you're looking at probably this going to 85. Yeah, probably 85 to 88 in that range. So, I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys all this. I tell it all the time. I do read all the comments. Don't think I don't. So if you type something like 6-7 times, I'm not gonna do it. So if you type it once or twice, that's fine. I understand. If I miss it and you wanna remind me of it later, but if you spam it, please don't. Okay. Oh wow. I was so I had this charted, I think here. I've been bearish on this for a very long time. I love being right. It's very fun. So I'm gonna keep that price target. I've had that there for a while. I think price target of 41 sounds very good. So we'll keep that there on QuantumScape. Trmb, I actually have. Would you believe that? I think I actually have Trmb on my watch list. No, I don't. Okay. I know it's on my Robinhood watch list. Oof. Oh. This looks. You know, one thing that you got going on for Beyond here is it's at a level. I mean, it did do an ABC correction, so now you gotta wonder if it's a flat correction or if it's a zigzag. Because if it's a zigzag and it goes below where it's going to, it's going back down here. If it breaks, it's going back to 60 if it doesn't hold the level it's at. 100%, I 100% believe it's going back to 60 if it doesn't break this here. Probably like 60 to 70 would be your price range in this area. You got 1, 2, 3, flat correction. You got a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict on Beyond because if you're looking at the microwaves here, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an ABC right there. Let's look at the retracements here and see what these levels are. I know other strategies that could probably tell us what's going on here. Alright, so here's the deal with this. I'm not touching this until it can break over 123. Because what's probably going to happen if this isn't done yet is this is going to bear flag. And you're going to get probably like an action like this. Oops, sorry. Let me redo that. I thought I grabbed a different one. So you're probably going to get something like this. And then it's going to go down. Now, if it can break over the 23, and this is something like most Elliott Wave traders don't use these red zones that I have, but I use them because I have other strategies that I use too. So, like there's a bunch of other Fibonacci strategies that aren't Elliott Wave strategies that are very reliable. That I may get into at another time, but that's not the purpose of this live. So the strategy that I'm talking about, though, is in a retracement. If you can't get over to 236, it's definitely going down, probably another 30%. So keep that in mind as a general rule. And that would make sense with the overarching here. So we'll see what happens there. Is it an all-time high for my stream? I mean, I throw out good content, so I would hope people would want to watch. I think I throw out good content at least. If I don't, I mean, I would love to know how I can improve. Ooh. That's a double top right there. That rejected hard. Like right at the, like it tried to break out, but rejected really hard. You might get a three amigos here. Might get a three amigos here, a false amigos, and I mean this is a huge ass candle. So, and you have a breakaway gap here. So I'm assuming is happening is you have an ABC correction here, or even an ABCDE, and then this is starting a new impulse. So what's happening is people aren't believing this breakout, but if we don't break below 27, what's going to happen is you're going to get more buyers that coming in are believing, and so the sellers aren't winning because you have to over engulf this candle, and you got to remember like there's a reason this candle happened. So if this is the start of a new impulse wave, it might not be a huge one, but you're probably going to see a pretty good retracement. You don't want it to fall into this gap here. So for me, then you would see something like this, and maybe this thing's going to push 50. So, and you got a lot of waves here, and you can have impulses on top of impulses with an ABC in between, and that's what you usually see in parabolics. So in parabolics, you'll usually see alternating corrections a lot. So what you're seeing is basically a steep to a flat to a steep to a flat to a steep, you know, and or this is a steep to a flat, and they're just basically alternating, and then a steep to a flat to, you know, and that's basically what's happening on the way up here. So you just got to figure out where it starts. So where did the breakout start? And then you can figure that out. So for me, that started right there, and that's our first impulse there. Because this is our first breakaway gap. Yeah, let's do silver next, and then let's do Bitcoin. I think that's fair. All right, so if this is our impulse here, and these are our waves. So you got impulse, strong, flat, and then you have an in between here. This could actually be a wave 5, so this could actually be a ABCD combo right here, and then this is actually got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. They're small waves, but they are waves. Then you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. This would make sense to start another impulse wave. I'm not saying it does, but basically if it gets over 32, there's no reason to go in here. I mean, with the upside that you have to 44, or where would that be, the upside? So the upside would be 38-ish to 39-ish. Potentially. So I mean, a 32 to 38 run is a $6 move. That's a 20% move almost. So for me, I wouldn't touch this anymore. For me, if you were playing this ABC right here, you would have wanted to get in on this doji right here. That's a pretty good hammer doji, and then you play that up there, and then when it did this tweezers top here, you would have sold almost immediately, probably like around 30, but yeah, John, they do. Let's do Bitcoin. Oops. We'll do Bitcoin. We'll do Coinbase because I didn't even realize I had some lines on here. Let's get rid of those. Yeah, I think doing this from scratch will be fun. So, Oh man, that thing's correcting good. So as long as it holds above 35, that means that or would be, yeah, as long as it holds above 35, 34,500, it means it's not done yet. So that was actually a really strong correction. Did that just happen? Oh shit, that did happen. Wow. So it went from 42 to, it went $7,000 down. Isn't that crazy that Bitcoin like last year was below 7,000? So let's see if we can get. All right, let's see if we can figure out when the impulses started, and then for me, an impulse at an all-time high would have started right there. So let's see if we can go back in time and figure out these impulses. Alright, so trying to figure out where they start is important. I mean, this is a flat correction. Boom. Okay, so you got flat. You got a correction. This is kind of a false top correction. Oops, I used the wrong one. Hold on. And then we have I would deem like this is these are stacking impulse moves is basically what you're seeing, and the corrections in between are just resetting it for another impulse move. And that's what parabolic moves do. So this could be a wave 4 right here. Depends, like this is steep, so that means we're going to see a very heavy flat here, in my opinion. So this is the impulse move here. What you're going to see for this is going to take a long time, but it's probably going to do something like this. And then it'll break out at the end. This is going to be a very long correction, just based on how steep this correction was. So, yeah, I can definitely see that. So, maybe not that long of a correction, but I mean, it's going to take all of January for sure. Then maybe you'll see your 45,000. $48,000. Throw that in the cord as well. Alright, let's do some more. Oh, I wanted to do silver. Let's do some silver. I've heard really good things about silver. Oh, I got it charted. So this for me is the steep correction right here. And this for me is basically, this is the impulse wave 1, and then this is 2, and you'll see a 3, and you'll see a 4, and then you'll see a 5. Let me guess, this is the 50% right here? Uh, 38 to 52%. Let me see if DQ is still up. Or no, it wasn't DQ, it was, shit, what was the ticker I used? Hold on one second. I'm gonna look up something real quick. I threw it in my educational series. It was Nova. There we go. Alright, so I hide these in my charts. So okay, so wave 2 probabilities here. So you can see the 50 to 38% is the highest probability. So if we go back to silver, you can see it hit the 38 to 50%. So you're looking for a zone. It doesn't have to hit the level necessarily. A lot of times what it's going to do is it's going to hit the zone, and the probability of it hitting the zone is what you're looking for. So this had the highest probability of hitting this zone, and it hit it. And not only, what we want to now see is a rapid buyback here. The sell-off on this is people, I don't know, like, it didn't make a lot of sense. The only thing that makes sense is the dollar strengthening from the 3 trillion tax status. While in the short term it's going to strengthen the dollar, in the long term it's going to weaken the dollar, because what's going to happen is the confidence dollar is high because it thinks it's going to reincur, it's going to help the economy, but in the practicality it's going to hurt the dollar because it's going to cause inflation. So that's my theory on it. So if this is wave 1, then wave 2 I think is going to be a 268 on this, just based on everything that I had done. I think this wave 2 or this wave 3 is going to be massive, like a huge move to 34 to 35. I got 20 grand in silver calls, so it only benefits me if this goes up. Like I have 2022, excuse me, so I'm actually drinking wine tonight. It's giving me hiccups. Now it's possible, let's look at extensions again here. So let's go back to Nova that I got here with these up here. So if we're looking at extensions on a wave 3, so the idea is a somewhere between 161 and 261 is probably the most likely, with the 178 to 268, 261 the most likely. So if we go back to silver, the 178 to 261 is the most likely. So that would be somewhere in here. So because this is the 268, actually, just you can see it right here, 268, and the 178 is in here. So that's actually actually gives us a pretty wide price target between 30 and 34, but that's okay. We'll see where it goes. It's a big target, yes, but if we get, I mean, we have a strong consolidation, so usually the larger and faster the wave, the longer the consolidation is, and then the larger and faster the final next wave is. So this is actually playing out perfectly. So I actually do really like this. Let me just catch up on some of these. I think I have Workhorse charted. Let me look at that, just because that would be really easy. I did have the correction charted, and I did have an alert set for my Discord. So we caught the breakout from 24 to 28 here. If you would have played this, it was auto alerted. So you would have gotten a 24 to 28 alert here. And so what's happening now is if this is an impulse wave, you're getting a 1 to 2. So this is probably going to correct down if this is an impulse wave somewhere in this golden zone. So what's happening is you got an A, B, and this is probably going to go down one more time, and then you're going to see a rocket back up to up here. So this would look something like this, and that's what you're going to be looking for there. So you're going to be seeing a breakout, retest of this high. God, sometimes it amazes me how I can eyeball these things. It's crazy. Like, I just done it so many times. And so, yeah, I mean, I like Workhorse in the long run. I really do. I think this could be... I mean, the overall wave doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's doing a 5 here. What makes more sense is this is a full corrective wave. And these were your impulses over here, corrective. And then you have an impulsive correct. Like, this is just a flat correction forever, unfortunately. There's nothing really super awesome that you can go here. You do have kind of an inverse head and shoulders, actually. So you got the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So that is kind of cool. We'll see what happens. Alright, we'll do Trmb. I actually talked about it earlier and I didn't actually do it. I apologize for that, Trimble. I know this is an ARC holding, so we'll see about that. I mean, I see the waves. No, that can't be right. I mean... unless it's like that. I don't know. I don't love that. I mean, Trimble just keeps going up, though. That's the thing. Like, no, head and shoulders don't have to be symmetrical. I'd recommend after this, if you want, I actually have a whole lesson on head and shoulders. It's about 5 minutes. One of the things I try to do on all my lessons is I try to make them real short. So if you want to go learn something, I have a whole library. Tons of lessons, all free, no ads. Just, I don't get anything out of them. I just want you to be a better trader. Go learn, and then hopefully we help each other make money is the idea. So, go learn. All right. So this is what I'm kind of seeing here. Yeah. Ideally, you have a flat, and then you have a impulsive breakout. So if this is true, this should be following the rules. So you have a 50 to 60, a 150 to 161 extension, and then ideally, if that is the case, then this would be potentially a similar extension. So I would say it rejected off the 50 really hard, which is worrisome. So if it's not green tomorrow, because what you're looking at here potentially is a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would make sense for this to try for 75. For me, 75 would make sense, but it needs to do another ABC correction. So what we need to see here is something like this first. So alright, let's see here. Yeah, I think this could go to 75. That makes sense to me. Because you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yep, that makes sense. So then, potentially, you're looking in a couple of weeks getting to 75. This doesn't, I mean, with the IV on this, if I'm right, this is super low volume. Yeah, the volume on this is going to be a hard one to play with options. Overall, it's just a hard one to play. So, all right. I mean, if you got the call and you got a good entry, I can't argue with that. So, I don't with the How am I supposed to chart something that's got what is that? 1 day? Like, give me a break, man. Come on, man. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's go micro on this. Let's go micro. Okay, so this has an impulse wave down. It's actually probably easier to inverse this. Sometimes you really got to get micro if you want to get into this. I'm trying to do that. I'm forcing this right now. I want you to know that. I mean, trying to chart a ticker that's a day old, like, that's one of probably the hardest things you could give a guy to do. How do I do that? I can pin something? Oh, I can. Look at that. Thank you, Dougie. You're amazing. Really appreciate that tip. You know, I learn something new every day, so yeah, I don't moderate Discord chats I don't moderate YouTube chats very often, so no, I mean, I don't see anything else besides that. So I don't have a good answer for you. It looks like it's kind of rounding up, but there's nothing too concrete yet on this that I can really just like use theories and things like that. I mean, it's literally a day-old ticker. You really got to know the fundamentals behind it. So you either believe in the company or you don't, and you invest long-term because of that. Excuse me. Wow. I apologize. Let's do plug. I like plug. So I think plug is, oh, I actually think I looked at this on Friday, and I didn't even try to do it because it's like in no man's land. Or did I try to do it? Oh. I mean, this thing... Yeah, I could see it actually. I think it's got one more move. So you got a steep, a flat, and you got one more move. So I think this could... this one's super hard because you got no time frame. There's no data in here. So you basically got this, you got flat, and you could do that. So we could do an extension here to try to figure out where the next price target is on the 5, enter over 55, and probably play this into here. So if we go back to Nova, or what, it wasn't Nova, it was no, it is Nova. Hold on. So on wave 5, and this is something you should probably do. Write these down and then go back and check it. So the most probable is the 178 to 261. So we can go back to plug. We know this is super popular. We know this is going to go crazy. So the 178 to 261 is in here. So our price target is between 65 and 75 on wave 5 here, potentially. But I have found that the 168... I have actually found in here to be the most probable. So I think my chart's backwards. I gotta relook at those real quick. But I would say these two things are in here. So this is your first price target in here, and if it breaks through there, then it could go all the way to 75 potentially. So we'll see. This is crazy though, so be careful with it. Like, this is literally like insane price action. Just be aware of that. I did Amazon earlier, so Amazon is done. I actually have a full play on this. So I'll throw this in my Discord for you though. This is fully charted with full Elliott waves. And if it's over 32, I mean, just follow the story on here. You could play it either way. Let me see something real quick here. Hold on. Just need to check something here real quick. Yeah, I apologize. I can't. There's some tickers I can't do. I apologize. I put them in my newsletter for everyone that subscribes, and if you request a ticker, there's only like 3 tickers I can't do. So if I don't get to it, that's probably why. But if it means I'm not doing it, it probably means I'm bullish on it. So keep that in mind. If you're requesting a ticker and I really want to do it and I can't do it, it's because I'm very bullish on it and I put it in my newsletter for my subscribers. So Corsair is on my. I'm gonna pull it up here, but it's on my Twitter, so you can go and get it. That didn't work out. That's actually. There we go. So I put the full playbook on my Twitter. Just go get it. I did DraftKings earlier in the in here, so I'll do Dropbox and what is IEA? Interesting. This looks like a wave 3 right now. So for me, this is a microwave like this, and also a regular wave like this. It looks like it had a wave here and then a wave here. So this was the first wave. And then this was the second wave. And then these are the corrections. What? That shouldn't... Oh, fuck me. I grabbed the wrong one. Alright, so this was the ABC there. And this was actually a 5 wave here. Rule of alternation, right? Then you had a microwave here. Yeah, you actually had a mini impulse wave here. An ABC here. Mini impulse wave up here. And then full. I'd have to go probably real tight here to catch the impulses on this one. Looks like it's... So this is actually the breakout impulse here. Flat there. Okay. Let's do some extensions just to see if these waves are right. I eyeballed this, so it's probably pretty low. Oh wait, that might be right actually. Hold on, I did that wrong. So for me, this is actually an extension off of here to here. So yeah, this is actually adjusted a little bit. So probably ABC one more time down and then do that. And then this will flat correct down here. You might have something up there. I'm not making cluster zones, I'm just doing probability zones right now. Oh, there we go. There's your IEA. I'll throw that in the Discord for you. ABUS. Alright, I'll do it. I like these TikTok gurus, so see if they're right. ABUS. Let me take a sip of my fruit of the gods here real quick. I'm getting a little raspy voice. Unless you guys like a deep voice. Nick, I did Mara earlier in the call. I put the chart in my Discord, so Discord's pinned. Go there, check it out. It's free. Everything's free. So, I don't know anything. This is a penny stock. I don't know, man. Like, this doesn't look great. If I'm being honest with you, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. You got a ABC. What he's thinking is it's going to get back up to here at 9. That's what he's thinking. Guarantee that's what he's thinking. But what you're not seeing is this thing is trash. There's nothing predictable about this. Please go do something else. You're literally rolling the dice whether this is going to make money. So, don't do it. Go play PayPal or something. I heard GHIV on Danny's live, so we'll do that because I know he won't. Yeah, I see it. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't see things when I see things, you know. Like it's fill in the gap here, like it's on potentially starting wave 5, like I see it. So let's not say I don't see it. It bounced off of the point of wave 1 here. Yeah, I mean, you got TikTok power behind it. Yeah, absolutely, this could work out. Let's go in depth on this one because I eyeballing it. It looks actually not bad. I'm not afraid to admit things like that, by the way. So let's do our full diligence on it. So you got a 38% retracement there. Let's see what we got for an extension off of wave 1 first. It looks like it's more than a 1.6 here, so this is a it's in this zone, so it's in a big move here, so which is typical off of these small cap type stocks. They get these huge moves when they first break out. The important thing to see is, alright, what are we going on wave 5? So since we're here now and we're playing wave 5, we need to know what our price targets are. And I just did a lesson on using these extensions, so go ahead and check it out. So for me, like, even though the probabilities I put in there say it goes up to here on wave 5, what I have found is it typically ends in the golden zone on wave 5. Not always, but typically, in my experience. Even though Elliott wave theory says it should be more towards the top, I have found wave 5 is typically either matches the first wave or is the longest. So if it doesn't match the first wave, it might be the longest. So matching the first wave is not probably an option for Elliott wave theory here, but it does give us a chance for it to go up $1.50 potentially and retest here. So you can see matching the first wave will get us right at resistance here. So this is where we're going to tell whether it's a full breakout here if it can get over 1380. So Nvidia, I did. It's on my Discord, and I think it's on my Twitter. Pelotar, fine. I'll do Pelotar. Yes. Hey, look, it's done. I'll throw this in my Twitter for you. I already knew I had it done. You know what this does mean, though, for you? If this follows out, that means this is bullish, because usually an ABC means it's bullish. And the problem that I'm struggling with this, though, is wave 2, if this is wave 2 of a super cycle, is not usually flat. I think that's why I am not bullish on it on top of the fundamentals. So because it's a flat wave 2, like of a super cycle, a flat wave 2 is usually extremely bad news and definitely not indicative of an Elliott wave. It's more indicative of an impulse wave back down. So this is actually could be a reversal of impulses, and so this could actually be the start of a and think about it this way: if you saw this would be telling you that it's reversing back down. So then what you're then going to see is probably an impulse wave like this, and this thing's going back down. And so this thing's probably going back down to 9. And let me also tell you why. This earnings right here, this is right around where I think the lockup period ends right here. And so people are going to start selling this off like mad. And so I don't love this. I'm not a Pelotar guy. So Raul, what do you want? Raul, I'm going to give you 2 tickers. Type them out. Tom, I can't do NNDM. I'm sorry. I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah, let me get my Twitter for you. What was profile? How do I share my profile? Someone link my Twitter. Or here, maybe I can just copy it. Here we go. Copy link. Here, I tweeted out bro, dude. Yeah, you're gonna get you're gonna be put in timeout. And I am definitely not doing that ticker now. Like, that is a 100% no-no. So, yeah, don't do that. Let's do SPY. I haven't done SPY yet. Let's do SPY. Well, actually, let me finish Pelotar. Sorry. Pelantar, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so if this is... So typically what you'll see is then a double ABC here at the end here. Then you'll see this. You'll know whether it breaks out of this ABC. If it doesn't, then it's donezo. So for me, we need to then go into retracements to see all-time retracements for these. So probably then do this. I'm not saying it's going to go all the way back down. I think actually this would make most sense for it to double bottom here. So that's going to be my Palantir right there. $15 price target. I like it at $15. That's actually a fair price there. What's up, Shadow Drone? How's everyone doing tonight? Let's do SPY. I want to see if we can predict the top. So this is definitely our flat correction. I think this is our steep. Unless we're looking at a bigger cycle. Let's go really far back and let's see what we can see. Alright, so you got a flat correction here. And this could be wave 5. Why doesn't it go farther back? Is SPY not a the S&P, or maybe SPY ETF only started in 93, the actual ticker. Well, it's probably a good thing. I should wait to give away the crypto then until it falls farther. Okay, so alright, this makes it look a little easier. This is definitely an impulse wave. Now the problem is this 1, or is this corrective 2, or is this corrective 4? Because maybe this. So that means we are near the top. If this is a 5-wave cycle, and we are 100% close to the top, because wave 1 is the wave 1 being, you got an ABC here. So this is typical like this is a great sign here. It's a very bullish move. Didn't go below here. So this is also very much an Elliott wave here. So is it just Bitcoin dying, or are the alts dying too? Do I need to pull those charts up and sell my Bitcoins and all that right now? Why are you guys like spamming my that? Alright, you are being removed from my YouTube. Congratulations, Wolf Dude. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so this looks pretty right. So let's see if we got some this might actually just be straight up textbook impulses here. I mean, it's only a 38. Don't love that. I mean, this is definitely more than this. So this is a very weak wave 3. I mean, if we use, oops, if we use the wicks, this is probably an even weaker wave 3. And on the weekly we should. I mean, that's super weak. Super weak. Let's look at the 4-hour. Can we get all of this data in there? Alright, I see. Maybe it's not a super wave, because I see an Elliott wave here for sure. So you got a 1, 2 flat here, ABC. Maybe this is what we need to do. Alright, and then you got a another 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, gamma, squeeze there, and then you got an ABC, 1, 2, 3, ABC down. And got a 1, 2, 3 up. I don't know if that's actually accurate. It might actually be like that. Alright, let's see here. And then you got a 1, 2, 3 down. So you have 5 way down. Actually, I think it's here. Yep, that's it. Alright, let's see what we got going on now. Okay, so you got a flat correction. I don't think this is an impulse wave. I think that's the biggest thing is we're not in an impulse wave anymore. Like, this is just like a corrective wave top. It's like a melt up almost. Like we had our impulse waves. These are just more of normal. They're nothing like special, I guess. Like, you have impulse waves here. So you have an impulse wave here. And then you got a flat. Well, maybe we do. Let's go into the 1 hour and see if we can figure it out. And that's maybe what we need to do. Is there more microwaves now? That's probably what it really is. We got microwaves. If we are in a final impulse wave here, there should be a flat correction, and then the 386. We got futures out now. We could just look at futures and probably figure it out. Is that ES1? Did you guys have a good week? It was a good week for trading. I hope you guys and gals had a good week. Well, if this doesn't hold, then if 379 doesn't hold here, I mean, you had a hammer right here, but this wick isn't good. That means we're reversing. Which is fine. I mean, I got what do I got calls in. I got LMT. I got my long term. Don't care about my long term's gonna be fine. Where'd my phone go? Is it still in my pocket? Hold on, let me look at my phone real quick. Come on, kitty. I can't remember what my small term has. I think I swung 2 things this weekend. Holy cow, my account's tanking. Oh, Bristol Myers. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Crypto is dying. Ho ho. I should sell my Dogecoin before I lose more money. Let's pull it up. Let's look at it. Let's look at this. We should know if we're overselling or if we're panicking. This is definitely an impulse wave down. Let's go super micro. I don't think Doge. Let's go Bitfinance. I'm gonna hold it. Fuck it. Let's go back. Look at. We'll look at Coinbase. Let's inverse this shit. Let's see what's happening. I mean, this isn't. Got an impulse here. So you got a 1, 2, 3 up, correction, up, correction, up. So this is your impulse here. And then this is your ABC. Now you got a 1, possibly a 1, 2. Oh, this could be dumping more. If this is the case, I mean, this could be going down to 30 tonight. Let's look at Fib Retracements. Let's see if we can see where this is. It's ping pong and the Fib's down. So if it can't get over 35 and hold it, it's probably going to ping pong down to, I mean, it could go all the way back down to 28 in my opinion at this point. It needs to hold, it needs to get above. So if it's an ABC correction here, ABC, then it needs to hold above here. But if it's a 5-wave impulse down, and this could be theoretically a 5-wave impulse, which would be healthy for Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin in the 25 to 30 range would be very good for it long term. The problem is it ran so hard, and that's why the corrections are so violent. I need to make sure I can actually give people money, because if I lose half of my, I got $100 in Bitcoin. And holy cow, whoo, doggy, that is nasty. Did I just lose all of my Coinbase money? Jeremiah, I don't know, man. I might not be able to give you your $50. Oh, what? No, that can't be right. I got more money than I had to begin with here? Did you guys... Hold on. Oh, someone gave me Bitcoin. What? It's like, why do I have more money than I had earlier? Alright, let's see what's going on here. What did Chow do? You know what, Justin Chow? Yeah, good question. I get why you why you asked that question. So, I mean, the next 24 hours, I think I just answered it though for you. So, hold on one second. I haven't checked football all night. Just give me. Oh wow, Browns are kicking ass. Nice. Sorry, I have I don't treat myself to sports as much as I used to, but I still love sports, so wanted to just check that out. I'm a big Packers fan, obviously, being from Wisconsin, so what you're gonna hope for here is this to be a correction down to 34 and then an impulse wave here. So this is definitely tough to see. So I don't have a great answer for you. I mean, I see an ABC, an ABC. I mean, it looks more bearish than bullish. I mean, really, you really would want it to have hold up here. Otherwise, it's pretty much going down. So, all right, let's do some non-crypto. I don't want to talk about crypto anymore. It's depressing me. Let's do some other tickers. Throw some tickers out. I have most of my money in XLM right now, so I'm very sad to see XLM getting crushed. Like, that's full on crushed. I do, like, for me, I think I might just liquidate my what's BCH look like? What's the ticker to get into right now? Oh. Oh, wow! What a drop. That's killer. What's the crypto we should be getting into right now? Hold on, let me... There any cryptos worth getting into, or are they all getting crushed right now? Oh, they're getting murdered. Straight murdered. That's crazy. Is Dash really up? Nah, you fibbing. You fibbing. I tell you not to spam tickers, and you do it anyways. This is a correction. This is done. This is correcting now. So, this is going to do a 5-wave correction. And better hope it holds $3.80. You play these little penny stocks, and you're hoping for it to moon, and you're gonna get burned. ADA, what's ADA? Is ADA a crypto, or is it a ticker that you want? I'm assuming it's a crypto. So let's go. We'll do Binance, I guess. I mean, all of these look terrible. This is in a corrective stage right now. You can see you had a strong to a flat, and now it's correcting. So there's no reason to play this till we know what's going on next. So now it's doing a 5-wave correction, and this could be a multiple wave correction, and that's the thing that you gotta understand. It does have a flat correction going on right here, which is interesting. So it also has a head and shoulders. So typically head and shoulders don't work out well for you. But so there's There's one thing to understand about Head and Shoulders, though. If Head and Shoulders hold, so for instance, here's your Head and Shoulders. If this line holds, it is extremely bullish, actually. So, if this holds out of this flat top, now a flat top is very bullish as well, so this could start an additional impulse wave. So you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could start a new impulse wave like this. So keep that in mind. There's no reason why that couldn't hold. And for me, you could also see this as potentially a tilted cup. And then this is the handle. And if that's the case, this would be kind of what it looked like, in my opinion. And then what you're looking at is potentially an upside of, this is the breakout here. Let's call it here just to be safe. This could be your potential. It might take longer to get there, who knows. But that could be, in theory, your move right there. I'll throw this in the Discord for you. Why not? I mean, a 20 move on an F cell doesn't seem unreasonable, if I'm being honest with you. It's got a very bullish 2021, so do just a few more tickers and been doing about 2 hours, so I see PSTH a lot. I will chart that. That's why you see these tickers that just go nuts. And until this turns around, there's no reason to do anything on it. I will tell you that typically when you get actions like this is when you get your wave 1 impulse. And as stuff comes into this could be potentially a wave 2 right now. It did bounce off the 38, which I might have a little wrong. Yep, there we go. So it did bounce perfectly off of 38. So this could be a wave 2. So potentially, I mean, you're going to want to monitor this. This is definitely going to have an ABC. So it hasn't done the rest yet. So it is going to bounce. It's probably going to bounce up to 29 and then back down to 28. I mean, it's not like crazy bounce, but it could bounce actually up more like this. There's all sorts of different corrective waves that could happen. You don't really have a great way of predicting them, other than knowing that if it's up fast, it's going to come down fast, and it's going to make fast movements as people struggle and buyers and sellers struggle. But rest assured, it will come down again, and it probably will go up, but it will come down, and then you're going to get your wave 3, possibly, not guaranteed. And with that, you're going to be looking at something like this, and then you're going to see it kind of like do this, and then something like that. So maybe this gets to 35. I'm going to rapid fire some out here. Real simple. As this gets over 16, go in. If it goes under 15, short it. That. Rapid fire. Let's see what we got going on here. Boom. ABC. I got no thoughts on this. Not worth playing. KO rapid fire. This looks like it's starting a new impulse wave here. So you had a basically the impulse started right here. So this is on wave 3 right now. So I'm actually gonna go a little bit more in depth on this one because I like Coca-Cola. So you got a 1, 2, 3. So for me, you're gonna see something like this. It's actually a textbook impulse. This is gonna take a long time, though, probably. Coca-Cola moves like a snail. Just know that. But Coca-Cola is one of those great stocks to hold shares in. It's got wonderful upside, pays a wonderful dividend, so keep that in mind. I mean, and think that it was just at 55. It just doesn't move very fast. It moves like a snail. I think I've had CRM charted for a while. If it comes up here. I think I had CRM in my other chart here, so just give me a second, I'll pull it up. I'm pretty sure I got CRM charted. I've had this charted for a long time. It's in a flat correction. So basically, why can't I click this damn? There we go. There's no reason to whatsoever touch this. If it gets over 230, you go in. If it goes under 215, you short it. It's really simple. XLK looks like it's struggling at 131. I don't have great thoughts on it, but let's see what we can figure it out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's in a corrective wave right now. It could stay flat for a while. I'm not bullish on the technology center. I'm not bullish on the tech. So I would imagine it's going to create a flat here. But we'll see. I'm not going to overtire myself. Snow I did. PACB. So this is kind of like impulses stacking on each other. So I've been studying overlapping impulses, and I think there's a thing to it. So like I love Elliott wave theory, but I find sometimes it doesn't always teach you exactly what you need to know. So like you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but what happens if this is actually the start of another impulse right here? And then you got overlapping impulses. because this is a steep correction, but it doesn't actually negate the previous one. So for me, it's just a rule of alternation parabolic move. So they're overlapping moves. So you have steep, flat, and it just keeps going parabolic forever. So then you just keep charting it till it doesn't go parabolic. So then you're like, okay, all right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, 618 makes sense. You're probably going to have a triple wave down, you know, because maybe this is an end of this, and you had a steep here, so that would make sense that this would do something like this. And then it would start something out here. It doesn't have to. I mean, these are just theoretical 40%. I mean, in the long run, this is just 40% probability. You got to understand, like, 40% probability, just because I put it there, I have a 1 in 3 or 4 chance being right. So while I do trade Elliott Wave a lot, I don't think I am by far what I would call an expert. I would call myself an impulse Elliott Wave trader, where I have studied impulse waves the most because they make you the most money. So the other waves I don't study as much, and I don't even look for it. If it doesn't, like, if a chart doesn't show me an Elliott Wave, an impulse Elliott Wave, I just bypass it in general. Now, for you guys on live, I try to do them, but in general, impulse Elliott waves are the only type of charts that I try to play. But when I do it on live, sometimes it's a little harder because I'm trying to force things, and trying to force things doesn't work. So, I mean, it rejected off all-time highs. I'm a little worried about that. I still love Visa, if I'm being honest with you. It looks like it's reversing here. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's starting to get some more volume here. Like, just give Visa leaps. Visa leaps all time, like, always goes up. If you look at the weekly, like, there's nothing wrong with the weekly. Just get it's in a flat correction right here. It's fine. Just get leaps and don't look back. I don't have much in-depth analysis on that. Alright, you guys are going to get Pfizer, and then Pfizer is going to be the last one. And I'm going to go grab another bottle of wine and play video games. Do I already have this charted? Oh, I broke my Elliott wave. See, that's why, like, that's why Elliott waves are so hard, is you think this is starting a wave 5. Like, literally textbook Elliott wave. And I had this charted, I think, like, right here, and it broke. And so that's why it's so hard sometimes to rely on Elliott waves. I'll probably play, like, League of Legends or CSGO or whatever's playing on Pornhub. Let's see. Let's go back and see if I have PFE on my other thing here. I'm just kidding. That's what I have a wife for, right? I like to throw jokes out there sometimes. Alright. Let's look at what we got going here. I mean, news always trumps TA. Like, just keep this in mind, that news always trumps technical analysis. What am I looking at, the 5-minute here? I was like, why does this look so clean? No, I never got into Apex. I downloaded whatever League's version was of the shooter. I mean, this looks decent. This is hard. Alright, so we're going to go real simple on this. There's no Elliott waves that I can really just dive into. So I really only can go off of Fib Retracements. So you had a move to 43. It's down to 37. You have an inverse head and shoulders here, which is nice. So I'm just going to pull up my brush here. You got an inverse head and shoulders here. So what you can expect is a bounce probably to right here. So it'll probably open up here. If it had news, it's going to open up right around 39. And then this could start a new impulse wave kind of like this. And we'll see this kind of turn into a cup, and then a handle, and then an extension up to 47. So that's my prediction. Not going to say it's right, but based on price action news and everything I've seen in the past, that's what I would say would happen. So last one. I've had an absurd amount of requests. Alright, so I'm not looking at XRP. XRP is the Nikola of cryptos. Alright, so you got a full Elliott wave up. You got a corrective wave here. So you probably have a ABCDE coiling here, corrective wave. Now, there's no way to know what's going to happen next. So all I have is a $10 breakout here. If it gets over 10, I would feel confident going long on this. If it gets below here, so under $8, it's done. Over $10, you're looking good. Start of the next impulse wave. And then your next impulse wave is probably going to look like this. No, I'm just kidding, because this would be wave 1, so your next impulse wave, you could actually do a trend-based extension. Probably going to go... Maybe it goes to 25, we'll see. Alright. That's going to do it for me. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. If you missed a ticker, there's a good chance I did it, and if I didn't do it, there's a good chance it's on my Twitter. So I downloaded a bunch of charts here. I'll be tweeting those out. I'll be talking to people in the Discord, either on Danny's or in mine. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. The winner, I'll talk to you in my Discord. I know who you are. Thank you for being the only single person to talk about Dogecoin tonight. That was the trigger to win the Bitcoin tonight. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to see if I can do it every Sunday night. I think I'm going to start doing giveaways every Sunday. So tonight I'm going to give away some Bitcoin. I might wait to actually give it away until Bitcoin finds a bottom. We'll see. So, ciao, bonjour, au revoir, adios, arrivederci. Have a great night.